everybody, I'm the Pigglesworth, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Along with Piggy. I figured I would start off over here in the library where we finished last episode with this really cool setup. Hello, Hiram. That's your name now. Hiram the Scarecrow. Just hanging out in our fall-themed mini-plot. I don't know what you call that. I guess that's what that would be. Yeah, but awesome, cool library. We got a place for our magic books, but we have got something else to do today. We have something else. We have lots of things, but we have one special thing we're going to do today. Now, with all of the leaves changing, all the leaves are changing on the ground. Yeah, that's not how it goes, but oh man. Oh. What is this mess? What is this right here? This is Piggy figuring something out. Let me show you this. And while I pill her up, I'll explain. We are using D-Nator's Autumn Texture Pack, and so everything has a really cool autumn look to it. Hello, Sneaky. You're going to get dealt with in a second. But I got to thinking about it. With all these colors going on, we need to work on something else that's going to give us color. But this, real quick. What I was doing here was I was wanting to kind of configure a road, get an idea for a road that would go through there. But I didn't want to dig up the ground and mess with it, and I got to thinking about it. Piggy, you're always using torches to measure things out. Why don't you use it to draw roads? So I did. I like that. I think that methodology works pretty good. I think I want to curve this just a little bit more. I was trying to avoid making that edge look like a diagonal. Maybe if we take one or two of those blocks out of there, it'll curve better. But we'll bring this road around here, and it'll curve around here, maybe. I'm not quite certain yet, because I don't know what I want to put over in here and over in here, if anything. But I do know what I want to put, whoop, right over there. That's right. We're going to build something right out on the edge of town. Now, I was trying to map out an area. I built, as per usual, I worked on a version of the build in a creative world, so that I could... Oh, wow, I forgot. Even the vines have a really cool look. What? How do we have two different colored vines? That doesn't make any sense. Could it be that this somewhere right in here, a biome changes? And so the game makes the vines look different? Or does it register the vines as a color based off of the... That's just crazy. But I love that, because these look like super dead, like they're way deep in here. And everything's all dried out. Now, sometimes I've come down here, and there'll be a bad guy sneaking around. I don't see one, so I think we're safe. And I tell you what, those vines, it looks even more like... Oh my gosh. Getting all distracted by the really cool stuff. There we go. That's what I need. But I was messing around with a creative build and kind of got the dimensions for what this build was going to be. Now, I've got another idea I want to try with it, so it might change the dimensions just a little bit. But I was over here laying out with torches where exactly this thing would fit. Now, I don't want to get too close to over here because I want the front elevation needs to kind of be close to the road. Like, I could probably build up with some half slabs and we could get to this level for a floor and everything would be fine. And I like the slope of this hill. But a sloping hill is going to be part of the build, believe it or not. It's actually, I'm trying out a new little addition to building styles that I've not really done before. But the torches go back to there. So it looks like we're going to have a little bit of backfilling to do. And this spot right in here looks like it's pretty good for a certain reason. I'm not 100% certain on this, but I could swear that I read somewhere wherever you see certain types of flowers, if you bone meal the area, like we found an area that makes tulips, right? Am I not picking them up? I am picking them up. Okay. Come here, you. Come here, you. Are there 3 or 4 different kind of tulips? What we got? Where you are? White tulips, pink. I want to say they're orange. So there might be orange tulips right in here. I don't know. That's a white one. Now oh, here's an orange one. Awesome. Okay, so this might work. This might work. Now, for you very astute people, you probably have a good idea what in the world we're going to be doing today, but let's try this. Can we get it to replicate in this area the tulips? We're making a mess with the bone meal. That's what we're doing. It's not working. I don't think it is anyway. I might have to go through here. Come on, tear up grass. Tear up grass. You're going to ruin my plans here, grass. And flowers for not spawning correctly. Now, I know that there are a couple of flowers that spawn in well, at least one flower I know that spawns in a very specific area. That's the lilac, not the lilac. It's like a blue flower, a skyish blue flower. And I have to be over in a swamp for that. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to have to make like a special swampy biome kind of machine just so we can get those. Okay, so I'm getting these guys. There we go. Okay, cool. So I think this is going to work because we did get another tulip. So I just have to remember, where was that one tulip? Where was the pink one? It's not going to work. It's going to, of course, while I'm filming, it's going to do this, isn't it? Well, let's try one more time. And if not, we're just not going to waste a bunch of time here because I know that I've gotten some tulips to spawn here before. So we're just going to go with it. But I think the majority... Okay, there's a pink one. I think it's safe. I think it's going to be safe. Ooh, but it's not going to be safe because it's the nighttime. Tell you what. So what I'm going to do is I am going to start working on this build. This is going to be both creative and redstone. We have a little bit of both going on today. So I'm going to do is start excavating and get the underground part of this build going so I can show you what in the world that's going to be about. And then we're going to start working on the above ground. So I'm going to sleep the night away so we can get Piggy nice and safe. Although I do love to watch that sunset. Man, oh man. Nope, Piggy, resist the urge. Fight the urge, buddy. Go to sleep. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to sleep, work, and then bring you back. And then you can see what in the world. You stare at the stars, and I'll meet you back over here momentarily. All right, everybody. Looky what we got here. Looky what we got here. Oh, they grow well across the street when I'm not on camera for sure. Uh-huh. I have been really, really busy back over here. Dug us a nice big hole in the ground. And look, whenever it's starting to get to the point, whenever we see this configuration, you're going to automatically know Piggy's got some kind of redstone contraption buried under the ground. We have got this chain of hoppers running down underneath this machine. Check this out. This is a flower factory or a flower farm or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, built this, made this up. This is so awesome. Now, this is inspired by several different designs that I've seen on YouTube, basically where you are bone mealing underneath the grass and then the floor slides back and forth to break the plants. And then after so many seconds of all of it running, we're going to have some water wash it all down to this point. So here we go. Let's quit talking about it, Peggy. Let's show it off. So we're going to stick 6 pieces of bone meal in there, just for now. And it takes it just a second. Wait for it. There it goes. And that just kicks on. That floor just goes crazy. Oh, look. Look at that tulip. And then the water washes it. And it goes down there and gets washed to that point. And that is awesome. You're not supposed to do that. I thought I had the timing correct. Well, looks like once in a while we're going to get items hanging out on the end. So I'm probably going to have to extend the redstone pulse a little bit, or I might have to do something where, I don't know, maybe we like double up with it or something like that. We'll figure that out later. But look at this. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's half of the different kind of flowers there are. I think there's 14 different flowers. And if I'm not mistaken, 4 of them are too tall. So you can't grow them this way. You have to use a different kind of mechanism, which I'll build. So no, never you mind. So that's 4 plus 7 is 11, plus the blue flower that you only get in the swamp. So that's 12. So there's only 3 flowers we're missing. So I'll have to investigate that. We'll have to figure that one out. But this is going to give us a good bulk of the different kind of flowers that we can get. Love this. And I know what you're saying. I can hear you. Not really. But I suspect what you're saying right now is, Piggy, how did you build this? And can I build it? And yes, you can. I will have a tutorial so that you can build this flower farm as well. I'm going to have a tutorial for that farm down there. I'm going to have a little micro farm back here that grows those 2 tall and several different kind of 2 tall flowers. And yeah, and then you can build them as well. So what I'm going to have to do now is hack right straight into the side of all this. I don't know if I'm going to tear this tree down or not. To be quite honest with you, it's a plain Jane tree. It's not. I think that we could easily grow another one. So we're just going to make the executive decision. The tree is coming down. And yeah, that's the only downfall to this texture pack is for some reason when you go to actually get the leaf blocks, they don't retain as an object the autumn pack. I think when Denator made the autumn pack that the textures or whatever that's there for the small object, I think that's a different texture than the large objects, and so he just didn't do those, so that's why it changes colors like that. But no, never you mind, we still got awesome looking leaves, and I'll just let those decay. So as per usual, this seems like it's going to be a bunch of clips about the sun going down and causing me to change and edit. But I'm going to go ahead and start working more on this structure and getting everything kind of sorted and organized, bring you back and give you a semblance, some kind of an idea. What in the world are we going to slap on top of this build? What in the world? What's our end game? We know what the end game is, but we can't have the end game this episode, but maybe this season. So, once again, stare at the stars. So who's got a curly tail and totally made a mega mistake? That would be me. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I did. I built something. Notice how far out in the way it is. Yeah? It wasn't supposed to be like that. The front's supposed to be back here somewhere. So here's what I did. I built this thing, and then I built this, this little hatchway I had coming up here for the factory that's down here. Now this factory is like 10 blocks this way from the last time you saw it. I tore the whole thing down, moved it forward 10 blocks, because when I went up above to start putting on the floor and looking at where the front was, this front, where is it? It was somewhere back in here. And it almost looked like it was going to be way too far into the hill to work. So I'm like, that's not right. So I start building the whole thing, and I get all the redstone, all the sorting, and all this stuff built. All this crazy stuff. We got a filter back here for seeds. Didn't put the lava in yet, so that's good. Where is it? Nope. Not allowed to check, are we? Let's just tear stuff up. Everything's got to get torn up anyway. Oh well, it's somewhere. There it is. So we can pull the seeds out. So this whole thing got built. I tore down the bottom part, rebuilt it, recut a big area, backfilled the back of it, did all this. Just so I can do this. Watch this. What are you doing, Piggy? Why are you doing this? Why are you tearing everything up? Because it's too far forward. I did it right the first time, and I didn't trust myself, and I went and tore everything down and moved it, and now I got to tear everything down and move it. So I just figured it would be funny to show just a little, even Piggy makes mistakes. Not everything's perfect. I do have a lot of flowers, though. We did manage to get everything working and tested it all out, and it was doing just fine. Now I noticed this is kind of a giveaway as far as the way the inside's going to look. But I noticed I don't have any of these flowers. Like, I've just got a few, but I don't hardly have any. But these, alliums, I think this is what they're called. For some reason, playing this game for, upwards of 3 years now in this world, and we're getting pretty darn close to episode 90. So a lot of episodes, and I don't have one allium flower for some reason. It just seems strange. It just seems very odd. But I figured that would be a little humorous just to show you. Yeah, even Piggy messes up. Don't feel bad when you mess up. If you have a vision, if you have something that you want to look a certain way and it's not coming out or you mess it up, don't be afraid to tear it down and redo it. Because in the end, it's, you know, I mean, now if you make a mistake, like old Bob Ross used to say, if you make a happy mistake and you look at your mistake and you really liked it the way everything turned out, well, then go for it, you know? Just keep it. But for me, that was weird. Oh, it's the item frame. Okay, like, what in the world was that sound? But for me, the thing is, I need this structure because there's still more to the front of this. It's going to be about right here when I'm done. And it's just going to feel wrong coming down this road with the front of this building way out there blocking everything. I wanted it where you could see through here, and this build was back a little bit. So I have to tear it down. The vision that I have and what I'm trying to accomplish is not going to happen with the structure here the way it is. So, down it goes, and tear all this apart and have to rebuild it. So, oh man. But I just thought that would be amusing. I thought that would be fun to show you guys that this happened, and now I got to tear all this up. Don't feel bad for Piggy though, because I'm still getting to play Minecraft. I'm still having fun. Just a little frustrated. Wow. Wow, I didn't know you could break pots with axes. That's crazy. And my inventory's full. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear all this down. I'm going to rebuild it again. You know, third time's a charm. That's the way it works around here. We have to build it multiple times. Not only so we can remember how we built it, because we'll never need to build it again, right? But also, you know, building codes and all that kind of stuff. It was too far into the road, and the building codes said, nope, you can't build in that place. So, oh, man. All right, so I'm going to tear all this down, fix it, and then I'll bring you back, and I'll show you what in the world am I actually up to. All right, everybody. Do you notice anything different? It's a subtle thing, but it's there. It's right in front of you. It's center stage. So if you'll go back and watch the previous clip, you're going to notice that I was at like level 160, 170, and now I'm at level 41. Yeah, I don't even know what I was thinking. I went AFK for a few minutes. Like, I left my character standing out on the road, and I walked off to go do something in my house. And when I came back, my character had been killed by a spider. And all my stuff was on the ground. And when I hit respawn, because I had a bed right out here, right? I had a bed right here. When I hit respawn, I respawned, but guess what? There was no items. Yeah, I'd apparently been away long enough, all my stuff just disappeared. So I had to spend some time making some new tools. So I managed to get enough mending books out of the fishing farm. And I managed to enchant enough stuff to have silk touch. So I got most of my tools back. I don't have a really good sword yet. We're just working with this. And I haven't bothered to make another good bow. But yeah, that's the way this goes. But here is today's build. We have got this structure sitting out here. Now, what I had said before was I was going to try something a little bit different in the building style. And I'll show you what I mean. I built the structure, right? I built the whole building. And then I actually went back and started tearing up the building a little bit. What I wanted it to feel like was that this building had been built here a long time ago, and water had maybe washed this hill over into the building, and it had actually started encroaching on the building a little bit. So it gives the feeling that this build has been here for a long time, that it's established, that whatever land had been cleared to build it, the land had slowly started to kind of naturally recover back to its original state. And so I've got, you know, over here. So like maybe when they originally built it, they pushed the dirt back here. But as the years went by, since nobody bothered to actually put a retaining wall, the rainwaters just washed the dirt down in here. So I like that. And if you notice, I gave the roof just a slightly different feel from inside the mine town. Like in the mine town, the roofs have got dirt and grass and stuff like that growing on top of them, except for the municipal buildings. They're a little bit more taken care of. But over here, we have a roof that's kind of half and half. It's using more stone and wood, which is going to help it tie into structures over here. So it's a subtle little change, but we're actually working with the architecture and the materials of the builds that they kind of theme themselves or very slightly. So maybe like in the past, it was the same construction crew that built this over here. Now, if it is, I want to know why they were able to build a retaining wall there, but not here. Maybe they ran out of money. Or maybe they built this one. Maybe this is an older establishment. And when they went to do that tunnel, they're like, you know what, guys? Maybe we should actually put a retaining wall. That would be a good idea. So this is what we got going on in here. Now, I went and looked online, and yes, these flowers right here only grow in swamps. And the alliums only grow in flower plains, I believe it is. And I don't know where there's a flower plain. So that is going to be 2 remote little flower factories I'll have to build so that we can get enough for this. Now, the alliums, I think they're just plants. But if I'm not mistaken, we can use these flowers right here to actually make a light blue dye. Yeah, I don't have enough in there for that. But this is what we got going on. We have got a flower store and factory set up. Now, this little spot right here is going to let us grow these flowers that are inside the picture frames. They're flowers that are 2 blocks tall. Now, let's see here. I don't have... What do I not have a lot of? We don't have a lot of roses. Peonies. All of them we don't have a lot of. Let's do some roses. All right, shall we? So I'm going to take a rose bush. And what I'm going to do is we're going to look up in here, and I've got this chest up here. Now, I'm only going to do a few. But that bone meal is going to feed down into right here. And I just thought about it. That's kind of dumb, Piggy. You could have just put the bone meal right there. Wow. Oh, just ignore me. Just pay no attention to the silly pig. All right, and look, we have got a minecart, a hopper in a minecart right underneath there. So we're going to pop this rose bush down. I'm going to turn that on and see, can I... Oh, it already ran through. Okay, look. So see, it's sucking the rose bushes right through the ground. Then we can break it, and it'll go down. You hear a bunch of racket, a bunch of noise, don't you? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go ahead and hop down here. Okay, the machine turned off, and I'll show you what happens here in just a second. Ooh, listen to that noise. All kinds of processes and crazy things going on. So the first thing I tried to do was see if I could save a little bit on hoppers. Chest hopper, chest hopper, chest hopper. I don't know what that does to lag. I wonder if it makes lag better. I don't know, though. But we have got a little sorting system back in here for all our different flowers. And then I have this one system right here. It's going to pull seeds out. So your seeds go in there. Check that out. So now whenever this farm makes seeds, we're just going to toss them in the fire. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I don't need that many seeds. And if I do, I have a whole chest and a half full of them, I think. Or a half a chest full, I can't remember. But we do have access right here to the water tunnels that are underneath the town that's going over to the library and over to the sorting building, all that kind of stuff. Kind of make our way up here. So we've got a little bit of way to do maintenance on the redstone as per usual. But we're going to come down here and we've got this farm. Now, I turned it 90 degrees because I realized with feeding the bone meal down, it was going to work out a whole lot better if we could just feed it sideways into the machine. And then as the items come out, they could get fed right into this. Now, what is this thing, you might ask? Well, this contraption is an item elevator pipe design that I came up with. I just accidentally stumbled upon it one day. I'll have a link show up where you can go check out the tutorial for this. The cool thing about this design, you don't have to make it vertical. You can make it vertical and change horizontal and do loop-de-loops and all kinds of stuff. And if you put an item in, it's just going to go through like a pneumatic tube. It's really cool. But we're going to come up here, and I've got the rest of this bone meal. I'm not going to use it all. Let's put Let's put about 16 pieces in and watch what happens. So that bone meal is going to make its way through, and we're going to get a bunch of racket, and look at all those flowers. Now, what's really cool about this area right here is we've only got 2 flowers out of all the flowers that we're not going to be able to access. So I think that's pretty good. You seeds still getting stuck. I might need to work on that circuit just a little bit. Now, it is noisy down here. No doubt about it. And listen to those seeds just burning up. It's like music. All the racket. Let's get away from the noisy building. There we go. Piggy, what did you do? You made a noise machine. But this is going to be today's build, the flower factory. So what I want you to do for your project, I want you to build some kind of a structure that would have flowers in it. Maybe it's like a store, maybe it's a storage building, or you can try and build yourself your own flower factory. And then I want you to take pictures of it. I want you to send it to me on Twitter, and that way I can tweet it out for everybody else to see. And remember, the platform that you're playing on doesn't matter. Creative or survival doesn't matter. Heck, even the version of Minecraft doesn't matter. We just want to share each other's creative, crazy ideas built off of this theme. And now that I've built this factory, this is going to be in high demand. We're going to start needing bone meal, so I might need to figure out a way to get some bone meal. I mean, you know, it is, if you're watching this show live as it releases, it is October. It is a spooky month. Maybe we need to do a spooky build next episode, huh? Am I giving away what's going on? I think I am, which usually I don't do. I try not to do. But I think I am. But I'm going to come up here. We're going to ignore that for now. We'll handle that another day. Haven't been on this road in a while. I want to see what the little factory looks like from up here. Maybe from just a different vantage point. Ooh, nice. I like that. That does look nice. And it rests nicely in the landscape as well. A nice little addition. Love it. So you get your projects done, you get your pictures tweeted out to me. I'm going to gather up materials and a design so that I can start working on next episode, and I hope to see you then in the next episode.